5, main engine ignition, all 3 engines up and burning, 2,
To whom it may concern.
1, and liftoff.
Lift? What is this, some Hollywood liposuction? Lift? You know we ain't about all that. Welcome to the Skull and Bones Show.
All right, we are Skull and Bones Radio. Thank you so much for checking us out. I am Jean Perrion here. We got Mickey 3 Jammersfield.
What it do, baby?
Ash, Coco, she's taking a drink over there.
Hola.
Happy Sunday. CJ's in the building.
What up?
Matt, One Hundo.
One hundo.
What's good? Happy Sunday, everyone.
I like
Happy
that one hundo.
Hey,
It's God's day.
before we get too far into it, speaking of God, there is a lot going on right now that's pretty tragic. So we just want to take a quick minute to acknowledge that and point out the protests, the Black Lives Matter
Shooting.
Police shooting in Dallas.
So we do want to
It's getting
acknowledge
heavy.
that.
You know, we're all Americans, baby, and together we're united. We will stand. We're Americans. We bleed the red, white, and blue.
There you go. Amen.
I love this song, man. I remember this album.
Well, you
Man,
played
this
such a
takes
good
me
song.
back.
I used to steal my mom's car to that song.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I stole it twice. And I would blast that song.
Dude, okay, so this album right here, along with a few other ones, made me want to move to San Diego. It's really, really true. I kid you not. But, dude, so we got a special treat today.
Special treat?
For everybody, and I'm going to be a little bit selfish, but more especially for myself, because I'm such a huge fan. So we have a god that just stepped into our studio today. Everybody bow on your knees.
Hold up now. Who are we talking about?
Oh, Mr. Sam Bucas, baby.
Sam Bucas himself.
Yeah.
Poor guy. He's like, what did I get in myself
This dude is a recording god, bro. All right, so just to give a quick little background, so this dude has worked with the likes of Blink-182, Newfound Glory, Boxcar Racer, the Rainbow Girls, who are kind of local to California, I believe Southern California.
Cool.
He worked with Jerry Finn, and not only that, but he has his own local band and is also a songwriter on top of that. And I've seen him with my own eyes play the piano and bass, and he's pretty good. I must say.
Awesome.
Engineer and musician.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So thank you for joining us in studio, Sam.
It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming in. I do have a couple of questions for you, if you're okay. I've been kind of like saving this for a little bit. I'm really excited, as I'm sure you could tell.
Right, yeah.
It's like a giddy little schoolgirl.
He's fangirling right now.
A lot of energy.
Well, you know, I play some music, and it was my dream to be able to be a musician and maybe one day be able to play in a recording studio and be able to stay up all through the night when I'm still in those sleepless nights and have a cognac and work on some music. But I wasn't talented enough for that. But so on that note, it's many people's dreams, especially musicians, to work with major acts and record bands that help break them. And not only have you done that, but you also own and run XYZ Studios in La Mesa, recording studios in La Mesa. And I'm just really curious, how did that come about? It's like, how did you even get to recording, and how did you take a journey to where you're at now, where you're an owner of a studio and run and operate it and work with such great acts?
Okay, well, a long time ago, I was a teenager, and I bought a 4-track cassette recorder, and that's where it all started.
On the 4-track?
On the 4-track cassette recorder.
Okay.
But that's, I don't want to go too far back. Basically, I was always in bands playing music, and I sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here.
No, that's all right.
So basically I was always the guy who was setting up the tech stuff, doing, at-home recordings and that stuff. And eventually I just got further into it and went to a recording school, came back to San Diego, did some interning, started recording bands, and just kept going from there. Ended up working at Signature Sound, and one day, Boxcar Racer came into the studio, and, I was hired on to work on the project.
Man, that's so cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So in case nobody knows who Boxcar Racer is, was a side band of Tom DeLonge's, one of the singers in Blink-182.
Just real quick, wasn't Travis in that band also?
Yeah, Travis was.
He was in Boxcar Racer?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was basically Blink without Mark.
Dang! Now,
But
it's all coming together.
Everything's different now, right?
Oh my God! I just had An epiphany. That makes sense now. That's what. Oh wow, I feel stupid. Never mind. Okay, let's continue on the interview before I look too much more dumb here. Okay, so you also worked with Blink-182 on their self-titled album, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So how did that come about, Sen?
Well, I'd heard that they rented a house up in Rancho Santa Fe.
That's that rich area.
Yeah, and then they came to Signature Sound to basically rent their tape machine and basically take the board and the tape machine up there and install it in this house. Okay. And I just thought, oh, well, maybe they need some help up there. So I kind of went up there one day and I saw Jerry, who I'd worked with on the Boxcar Racer stuff.
Okay.
And just said, hey, you need some help with this project? And he said, yeah, sure, why not?
Dang, so it's just that.
And we were in the house for like 5 months.
5 months?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then after that, we went to a couple studios. So, I mean, they took their time.
That's funny, dude. I promise you, when I was a kid, like I used to go on YouTube and like all this stuff was documented, like the recording, a lot of the recording process in Rancho Santa Fe and some of these other studios locally here in San Diego.
Yeah, they had like a Wi-Fi camera going the whole time or something.
So you got to, yeah, exactly, yeah.
It was all documented, yeah.
Dude, that was such a huge inspiration for me, as I'm sure you know. So that leads me to another question. What would you say your most memorable memory, or it could be several memories that you have with Blink?
Well, let's see. One that was outside the recording studio is they played a show kind of shortly after that.
Okay.
Down here at Soma.
Oh, down at Soma?
Yeah, and it was really cool because I got hooked up with like being able to basically watch the show from the side of the stage, and
that is cool.
That was just fun. Yeah,
that is cool.
It was really really cool to see him.
I actually was. What's that guy's name? Matt Skiba, the guy who ended up replacing.
Yeah, from Alkaline Trio.
Yeah, from Alkaline Trio, exactly. So I ended up going down there when they came to Soma. I think it was 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, whatever. And I'm not originally from San Diego because, once again, I'm that kid that was watching YouTube videos from a little house in Texas. Right. And then I'm actually now, at that point, in San Diego, and I get to go see Blink-182 at Soma. But it was with Matt Skiba. But I kind of felt like it concreted me into feeling a little bit like a San Diegan, like a Southern Californian.
Right,
so that was such a cool concert for me. Yeah. Well, you also worked with Jerry Finn, who worked with all kinds of bands in the 90s with that pop rock sound, the Sum 41, I believe Simple Plan, and other bands like that. Green Day even, correct, or no?
Yeah, definitely.
So he did, yeah.
He mixed the Dookie album.
Oh, he mixed it?
Oh,
yeah.
I love that album.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good record.
I think they're from San Fran, aren't they?
Yeah. That's right.
Area.
Casey over here is from San Fran.
I can't tell you exactly where, but I think they're from that area.
I know they're somewhere from up north. I know they're NorCal for sure.
I want to say Berkeley comes into mind.
They're from Berkeley? Around that area?
Maybe not. I'm not sure. I can't tell you.
Well, I know that you did work with Jerry Finn on that album there. So what was that like working with Jerry Finn? How was he as a person, and what was your interactions like with him?
He's great. He's a really funny guy, and has a great ear, for production, and just, I don't know. The one thing too that kind of was great to work with him on is he just had so much of a collection of equipment. Like, when I first walked into the studio on the Boxcar stuff, I thought there was like some national act on tour because there were so many road cases just in the studio.
So cool.
And then we started unpacking, like, there's like 100 guitars. Like, I'm not exaggerating that. 100 guitars, I don't know how many heads, different Marshall heads, the Zakk Wylde version of the Marshall JCM 800 and the Slash version of it and the Silver Jubilee and all, just all this stuff. And I realized, like, oh, this is kind of, makes a big difference in how you get that big sound, And,
sure. Sounds like he was ready for war, but in the recording studio.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too bad that he's not with us anymore.
Yeah, that is sad. Yeah. That just sucked. Yeah. I know that you spent some time up in Canada, correct?
Yeah, I lived in Montreal for about 6 years.
So what was that like up there? Were you recording up there and doing stuff up there?
I did a little bit of stuff for like Ubisoft, recording vocal like voice actors for Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory.
Oh, cool.
Stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did stuff like that. I recorded a couple bands up there too, but nothing too major.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think it's still pretty cool. But now you're back down here, and so somehow you ended up coming from Canada, returning back from Canada, and opening a studio. So how did that come about?
I came back here and basically just decided it made the most sense if I wanted to keep recording to just have my own place and just, do my own thing. It just, business-wise, it just made sense.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
No, I remember when I came across your website and I got all freaking excited, and then I went and worked with you actually on a song we did, the Dear Callie.
Right.
And it was a funny story. I would fall asleep. I'd go at night to record him. And I would actually fall asleep over my guitar, and he would smack me across the head and tell me to wake back up. But he's a good guy to work with. So now you have
that never happened. That did not happen. He always tries to say that happened.
You're like, I don't remember that.
Like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, maybe not the smack, but
yeah.
But I did fall asleep over my guitar a couple times. I do remember that. I'm not dreaming that part up.
I remember that.
So now you came back and you have XYZ Studio, but you also have your own band. Can you tell us about that?
The band is called the Peterman 4, and we were a band before under a different name, Slink, and now we've become the Peterman 4 to kind of evolve so that we're not kind of in that same mindset, I suppose.
Sure.
I don't know, sort of a Sgt. Pepper's kind of thing,
Pepper.
Yeah. So that's it. The only thing that's different really is we don't have the same drummer. So.
Swapped out the drummers, huh?
Yeah.
That changes the whole feel then.
Yeah.
So essentially it's a whole new band now.
Right.
No. And what's your position here with the Peterman 4?
I play bass and sing a little bit. I do some keyboard stuff too. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I believe you have a song that we can check out. Is that correct?
I think we have a song.
Awesome. What's the song called?
It's called Set Free.
Set Free. Matt, can we get that going? Maybe hear up to the first chorus or so? Dig it, man.
Cool.
I dig the sound.
Awesome.
Thanks. Yeah.
Very psychedelic.
Yeah, a little bit of that in there.
I like that.
Dude,
I really do.
Could you almost hear this being like another opening song for that 70s show or something like that?
Totally, it's
Yeah.
like Beatle-ish.
Yeah, we definitely have that 70s thing.
So I have a question. Like, what music inspires you?
There's a band that I really like out of Canada called Sloan.
Okay.
But I also like bands like Wilco and Brendan Benson. Do you know who Brendan Benson is?
I don't, but I need to look him up.
He's in the Raconteurs with Jack White.
Okay.
That's how most people know.
Oh,
who he is.
yeah.
He's
Okay.
like the singer.
I love
that
Jack
band.
White. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Dude, that's dope.
I love it.
No, I really dug that song there. Maybe
That was awesome.
maybe one of these days you'll invite me on stage with you guys.
He's like, what?
Just allow me to be on there for a picture at least. Just so I
Nick,
can
you're
say-
such a diva.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, before these guys start busting on me too hard, Sam, I appreciate you stopping by
Yeah,
today.
thank you so much for being with
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Thanks for
It
having me.
really was
I
an honor,
appreciate
brother. Thank you for coming in.
it. Anytime.
Seriously.
All right.
Awesome, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
All
you.
right, we are Skull and Bones Radio. Coming up next, Pokemon Go.
Hey! Go somewhere. I'll probably kill you.
Skull and Bones Radio.
Stand by. Message incoming.
On Skull and Bones Radio.
Here at Skull and Bones, we're kind of like pirates. And just like pirates, we are rebellious, adventurous, and infamous. We are loud-mouthed, arrogant, and march to the beat of a different drum. We do things how we want, when we want, and talk about what we want. We are Skull and Bones Radio. Welcome back to the show.
All right, guys, we are Skull and Bones Radio. Make
We really like that.
Can you guys